Hello and welcome into Fireside Friday here at Nate's Breaks and Unboxings. Tonight, we are doing a bit of a Rizzo retrospective. Maybe not really a retrospective, but just kind of an explanation as to why Rizzo is my personal collection, why I collect him, why I focus on his cards for my collection. So we're going to do that tonight. Instead of doing part 3 of our box of 1992 Upper Deck High series, we're going to be doing this little video on Anthony Rizzo and why he's my favorite, why he's the guy I collect for my PC. Well, I think a lot of times when we look for players to follow or we discover players that we decide to follow, whether we're looking for them or not, a lot of times it's because we have something in common with them. Now, growing up in Illinois, I was a lifelong Cubs fan. I was in Springfield, so it was a little further. It was not perfectly central in Illinois, so it wasn't right between Chicago and St. Louis, but it was a little further south. So I had quite a few Cardinals friends in my neighborhood too, but I went north. That's where I was a Bears fan, Bulls fan, you name it. Went to Chicago for my sports teams, and I went with the Cubs growing up. And so it stuck with me even after I left Illinois. And so Anthony Rizzo, being predominantly a Chicago Cub throughout his career, made it an easy player to follow. He's a fun guy to watch, really good ball player. He's a Chicago Cub. Good reasons right there for anybody to want to pick him to be their favorite player. Now, there's more to the story, though, than that. I don't know, many of you may know this, and honestly, if you're bored with this little part of the video, you can go ahead and fast forward, because I am going to be highlighting some of my favorite Rizzo cards after I give this little spiel. But if you know anything about Rizzo, he's actually got quite an inspiring story. Back in April of 2008, I don't know, he had been drafted by the Red Sox. I think he was a 6th-round pick. But he discovered and was ultimately diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was a form of cancer. He ended up going through 6 months of chemo. He's all healthy now. Ended up in September, he was determined to be in remission of 2008, and he got back on the field, and as you can see, has had a phenomenal career. He's a Cubs legend at this point. I think I can safely say that. Well, here's part of my story. I think I may have mentioned this earlier on in my time here on YouTube, but Riz got diagnosed in April of 2008 with Hodgkin's lymphoma. January 2009, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. In fact, it was 12 years ago yesterday, January 28th, that I was diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma. And today, January 29th, is when I began 6 months of chemotherapy. As you can see, I'm 12 years clear with Hodgkin's lymphoma. One of the amazing things, it's one of the cancers that they will use the word cure. That is cured. And once you hit 5 years of being clear, you are considered cured. And so, obviously, Anthony Rizzo is cured of his Hodgkin's lymphoma. I am cured of my Hodgkin's lymphoma. So it was several years later, it was probably 2014, 2015, that I heard his story. And that is when he became the player I followed most closely. That is why he became my favorite PC player, because we had that in common. Not only was he a Cub, not only was he a great Cub, we kind of had that personal history in common as well. And for whatever reason, that just kind of struck a chord with me, and he became my PC player. So at the end of this video, I'm going to have, or in the description of this video, I'm going to have a bunch of links. 2 of the links I'm going to include are, one is the Anthony Rizzo Family Foundation. This is the foundation he formed to help cancer families with dealing with cancer. Somebody in their family is dealing with cancer. And so I'm going to include the link to the Anthony Rizzo Family Foundation. It's www.rizzo44.com. Just a wonderful organization that does good work. The other organization I'm going to include is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, www.lls.org. The reason I'm going to include them is this is an organization I personally support. I do believe in giving back, and frankly, I give back because they gave to me. When I was sick and going through chemo, I wasn't able to work, and so I still had co-pays, and I still had other things that I had to deal with. The real world didn't stop because I was sick. And the Lymphoma Society was an organization that I was able to apply for grants, and they offered me financial assistance in dealing with copays and that sort of thing. So it's the least I can do is to give back to them for giving so much to me as I was struggling with the disease 12 years ago. So I will include that link below as well. You don't have to give. I mean, it's up to you. It's, just I want to include that in case you're so moved. This is not, a charitable video or anything like that, trying to raise money for charity, but I just want to include those two charities because they're very important to me. And, they're worthwhile causes. So yeah, that's the brief version of, and really the complete version as to why Anthony Rizzo is my favorite ball player. We have a very similar story. His story is very inspiring. He dealt with this disease and became an amazing ball player. And there's several other players. I mean, there's many other players out there. John Lester, for example, who just left the Cubs. He and Rizzo actually have a really cool story, and I'll actually include that link down below as well. There's a great article on ESPN.com that tells a really neat story about the two of them as Anthony was coming up, and how John Lester actually was a unique support to him as well. So yeah, hope you take the time to maybe look that one up. Like I said, I'll put the link below in the description. So yeah, that's kind of the brief version as to why Anthony Rizzo is my favorite ball player and why I collect him for my PC. Like I said, as you've known, I collect other Cubs as well, and so I enjoy getting Kris Bryant's and even Kyle Schwarber's and everybody, even players that are not with the Cubs anymore. I still love getting cards with Cubs players, but Rizzo, he's my favorite. So before we get into some of I had to really kind of narrow it down because I really like a lot of the Rizzo cards that I have, and so I had to get quite selective, and I think I was able to nail it down to was it 7 or 8 here that we'll highlight. I got lots more. But before I get into those, I am going to highlight a couple sort of rainbows that I was working on and still kind of am. Gypsy Queen, 2020 Gypsy Queen. I got the black and white, the silver frame. I have a green one as well somewhere. I couldn't find it. A couple of the Gypsy Queen logo swaps. This is the numbered out of 150. This one's out of 250. This one's out of 250. Here's the no name. You got the blue chrome numbered to 150. You got the base chrome, and then we got the gold chrome numbered to 50, as you can see. So that's just kind of was working on that for a while earlier in the year, and then when Topps Chrome came out, I started to work on this rainbow. Here's your refractor. I didn't include base cards for either one of these. A couple of refractors. We got a prism refractor, we got an X-fractor, then we've got our pink parallels, a couple of those. We got a few of the sepias. As you can see, I have duplicates. We got a purple numbered to 299. We got a green numbered to 99. We got a blue shimmer that I just got from 401 Breaks out of 75. A couple gold shimmers, both numbered to 50. We got the reverse or the negative, the negative parallel. I just like that one a lot. And then with these are not from the Topps Chrome base set. This is the Rizzo Topps Chrome Sapphire card. I just think it's a phenomenal looking card. Then we got the Ben Baller base, the Ben Baller blue, numbered to 75, and the Ben Baller green, numbered to 99. So this is kind of my chrome rainbow. You can see I have lots. I'm still got a long way to go to finish that rainbow as well. But we'll keep working on it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the cards I identified kind of as my favorites. And that's, I don't even know, that may change. Some of the last 4 will not change. But there's others in my stash, in my collection, that I really, really like. If you sent me a card and it's not included, it doesn't mean I don't like it. I like them all, but these are just kind of the highlights. These are my favorites. And I appreciate each and every one of you that have sent me cards, that have traded me cards. like I said, I appreciate each and every one of them, and I enjoy each and every one of them. So please don't think I'm ungrateful. That's not the intent of this video. So first I've got two of these. It's the 2010 Bowman First. These two papers. Bowman First Anthony Rizzo. As you can see, he's in his Red Sox gear from the team he was drafted from in the 6th round. Just a really kind of cool card to have in the stash. His very first Bowman card. This is the paper version. I also have the chrome, the Bowman Chrome, Bowman First Chrome, Anthony Rizzo from 2010 Bowman. We'll set that there. Just a really kind of, it's a fun card. Next we have, as I almost dropped it, our 2011 Bowman rookie. In December 2010, he was traded from the Red Sox to the Padres. And so this is the 2011 Bowman Chrome rookie card when he's with the Padres. Just another very nice card. This next one is nothing, it's not really anything special. It's just a phenomenal photograph. This is from 2019 Topps On Demand. This is one of those you bought online. I just thought it was a great looking card. I love the black and white photography. I'm a bit of a photography junkie. So I just thought it was a really, really cool looking card. And now we're getting into the big dogs. The big dogs, the top 4. That's kind of where I went with it. So, some of you out there, I won't mention names, Kevin, have been teasing me about my Rizzo 1/1s. And so I actually have a couple in my PC. This first one is the very first one I got. It is from 2018 Topps Holiday. It's nothing amazing, but it's my first 1/1. It's a Jersey Relic, Anthony Rizzo Jersey Relic. As you can see up there in the corner, it says 1/1. I think I paid $30 for it. It was one of those crazy deals on eBay that when I saw the price, I was like, this is the only one of this card and it's only $30. Come on, let's get it. And so I pulled the trigger and bought it. Just a really cool, it's my very first 1/1. And I wish it'd be fun to pull one at one point, but to have one in the collection at all is pretty dang neat. And the second one is also a 1/1. This is from 2020 Topps. This is the Turkey Red Black 1/1. You can see the 1/1 up there. Got a good deal from another gentleman here in Phoenix, the Phoenix area. Had found this out of I believe he said a hanger pack or a hanger box at Walmart. Opened it up and found an Anthony Rizzo 1/1, and I was able to snag it from him. So my 2 1/1s in my collection thus far. I don't want to burn him. So let's just kind of slide him over here to this side. Now, the next 2 cards were gifted to me from wonderful fellow people in this wonderful card community. The first one is a gift. It was early on in my communication and getting to know Rad Dad. Rocky started watching the channel and with the boys, and he said, "Boy, do I have a card for you." And he sent me this 2019 Topps Museum Collection Anthony Rizzo auto relic, numbered to 15. This is number 14 of 15. Just an incredibly generous gift and a phenomenal gift and wonderful piece. Like I said, it's one of my favorite pieces in my PC. Just a phenomenal, love the patch there. Great looking autograph. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. From Rad Dad and B-dog. I forgot they added B-dog to the official name of the channel. So that's that card. And then the last one I want to highlight is from my friends over at Steele Family Cards. Now, I go a little bit further back with these guys. Went to college with Steele family cards. I'll just say it that way. So we go back 20 plus years. He's the dad over there is the one that kind of inspired me to get back in the hobby a year and a half ago. And we kind of both started our channels around the same time. And this was a gift from them when I finished grad school a few months ago. This is a 2018 Topps 5-star autograph, numbered to 10, of Anthony Rizzo. Just a very generous, again, wonderful, generous gift from other members of the card community, and very good friends, very dear friends, as I celebrated a milestone in my life. So, yeah, so these were kind of the highlights, the favorites from my Anthony Rizzo collection. Like I said, I've got lots of others that I really, really like. I like them all. And who knows, there may be more that get added to the list down the line. I'm thinking about doing another video in the future highlighting more of the collection. That way you can get another idea of how big my collection is. I still got a long way to go in collecting more. I mean, most of my stuff is from 2020 and 2018, 2019, 2020, I'd say, because it's really been the last year and a half I've been back in the hobby. So these are some of the highlights from my collection. Like I said, I will include the links to Steele family cards, Rad and Dad, also in the description. Like I said, you don't have to feel the need to give or anything like that, but I'm also going to include the links to the Anthony Rizzo Family Foundation, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, those two charities very close to me. Just I hope that we can look at people in this, athletes and other folks that are in the public eye, and kind of look at their stories and see how they can inspire us, because there's so many people, and even people, everyday folks like me, or you, we each have an opportunity to inspire the people around us. We each have unique stories. We each have battles we fought, and those battles and those victories we've fought and won can be inspiring to others. I work in the mental health field, and so I see people every day that need light in their life. And if we can be that to others, I think we have the responsibility to do that. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. This is just a kind of a little peek into my life. It's kind of a important personal part of my life that I don't really share too often. I'm not afraid to share the story, but just felt led to do that tonight. So, if you feel moved to give, that's fantastic. If it's another organization that you give to that also does wonderful work, please give to them. Just continue to help others, and kind of do like I say at the end of all these videos. And we'll just end it there tonight, and we'll see you next time at Nate's Breaks and Unboxings. But be good to each other, be kind to each other, care for each other, and love each other. And we'll just see you next time. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope I didn't ramble too long. Take care, folks.